Ladies and gentlemen, there is a presence lurking in the shadows, moving with a silence so deceptive it feels like an illusion. It doesn't reveal itself with grand gestures or strike with an obvious hand. No, its methods are far more cunning, far more sinister. It watches you, smiles at you, even wraps itself around you in an embrace that feels warm. But behind that meticulously crafted mask lies its true intent, waiting for the right moment to strike. I am speaking of envy. I am speaking of falsehood, the silent predators that infiltrate your life without warning. If you fail to recognize them in time, they will drag you into their abyss before you even realize what's happening. You might think, I know who my friends are. I know who supports me and who doesn't. But do you? Truly? The most dangerous enemy isn't the one who declares war on you. It's the one who sits across from you, raises a glass to your success, and quietly hopes for your downfall. Tonight I will reveal to you 13 ways to identify envy and falsehood in those around you before they tighten their claws on your life. Some of these signs are subtle, others are glaringly obvious, and a few may leave you utterly shocked. Stay with me until the end, and you may just save yourself from the ultimate betrayal. But before we delve in, like this video, and if you are new here, hit subscribe and enable notifications so you never miss out on our latest updates. Let's begin. There exists an unspoken language, one that transcends words, gestures, or any overt display. It is conveyed through the faintest flicker of expression, the subtlest hesitation, or a lingering glance that lasts just a moment too long. This is the language of envy. It does not shout, nor does it make itself known through fiery outbursts or open hostility. Instead, it cloaks itself in silence, in forced smiles, in eyes that speak what lips dare not reveal. To understand this language, one must not only hear, but observe. The eyes, after all, are the only part of a person incapable of lying. A mouth can curve into a grin, but the eyes will betray the tempest within. Watch how they look at you when they think your gaze is elsewhere, the fleeting shift in expression when you achieve something noteworthy, the barely contained shadow of discontent slipping through the cracks of their carefully crafted facade. In moments of triumph, you will notice two distinct responses. Those who genuinely celebrate your success radiate a warmth, an openness in their gaze, a light that cannot be faked. But those who harbor envy, their eyes will linger, scanning, measuring, calculating. Their smiles will come, but they will fall short of reaching their pupils. Their demeanor may seem outwardly pleasant, yet beneath the surface there is a quiet unease, a tension that betrays their inner turmoil. They will sit beside you, laugh at the same jokes, and join the same conversations, but the air around them feels heavier, the energy subtly shifted. Watch closely. There will be a tightening of the jaw when others praise you, a faint hesitation before they offer their congratulations. This hesitation speaks volumes, a strained pause before they piece together carefully chosen words that neither fully celebrate nor entirely ignore your success. Some will attempt to mask their envy with exaggerated enthusiasm, overcompensating with excessive praise or too many compliments, yet their performance is never flawless. There are always slips, a slight delay in their applause, a fleeting flicker of disappointment that vanishes almost as quickly as it appears. These moments are not accidents. They are cracks in the mask, small but undeniable, where the truth momentarily escapes. It is in these subtleties, the pauses, the glances, the energy shifts, that envy reveals itself. If you learn to see beyond what is shown, to hear beyond what is said, you will find the truth hiding in plain sight. And then there are those whose envy speaks not through words but through silence, a silence that resonates louder than any outburst ever could. These individuals will not voice their discontent, nor will they criticize or undermine you openly. Instead, they retreat. Their withdrawal becomes their confession, a quiet declaration that something within them cannot bear your light. They will avoid conversations that center around your achievements, finding reasons to divert attention or remain conspicuously quiet. Their silence is not empty. It is filled with unspoken thoughts and suppressed emotions they dare not articulate. It is a void where words should be, a conspicuous absence that reveals what they wish to hide. Yet silence is not the only form envy takes. Sometimes it disguises itself in something far more insidious. Words of praise cloaked in subtle barbs, compliments crafted to wound rather than uplift. These are not the words of genuine supporters, but of those who would sow seeds of doubt under the guise of admiration. You may hear phrases like, "I'm so happy for you, though I never expected you to do this well," or, "You've achieved so much, I guess luck was on your side." These are not the celebratory words they pretend to be. They are carefully veiled attempts to remind you that your success was surprising, undeserved, or the result of mere chance. Their purpose is not to inspire confidence, but to tether you to uncertainty, to make you question the validity of your own accomplishments. Even more cunning are comparisons veiled as compliments. "You've done great, almost as good as someone else," they'll say, as if to remind you there's always someone better, someone further ahead. Or, "Your speech was powerful, you almost sounded like another person," as if your brilliance must be measured against another's to be valid. These are not words of support. They are chains, designed to keep you anchored in self-doubt. True supporters do not lace their praise with condescension or comparison. Their words uplift without diminishing, celebrate without questioning your worthiness, and affirm without subtle digs. But those who harbor envy, they wield words as weapons, their compliments sharp blades wrapped in ribbons of false sincerity. Listen carefully to what is said, and even more so to what is left unsaid. In their silence and in their carefully crafted words, the truth of their envy is laid bare. And then there is the laughter, the light, casual chuckle that follows your dreams. You're thinking of doing what? That's ambitious. Or, you want to start your own business? Well, good luck with that. It may seem harmless, playful even, but beneath the surface of their voice lies something else entirely. This isn't genuine amusement, it's doubt cloaked in humor. It's a subtle challenge, a jab wrapped in jest. The envious rarely confront you outright. They won't launch obvious attacks because that would betray their true intentions. No, they disguise their skepticism in ways that make it harder to detect, harder to call out. And sometimes they are the very people you trust most, the ones you'd never suspect. That is what makes them all the more dangerous. If a stranger mocks your dreams, you dismiss it without a second thought. But when someone you love plants the seed of doubt, when someone you trust gives you a reason to question yourself, that is when the poison seeps deeper. Their words linger, their laughter echoes, and you find yourself doubting not only your dreams, but your own worth. This is why awareness is your greatest defense. Pay attention, watch the eyes, listen to the silence, and read between the lines of every word spoken in your presence. The world is filled with actors, and not all of them have good intentions. Some will watch your ascent with genuine admiration, while others will watch with quiet resentment, waiting, even hoping for the day you stumble. Recognize them before they interfere, because those who cannot celebrate your success will never truly stand by you. Those who cannot bear to see you shine will never be the ones to help you rise. There's a weight that lingers in the air during your moments of triumph, a subtle yet unmistakable presence. It reveals itself in the space between your achievement and the world's reaction to it. Some will cheer for you with unrestrained joy, honoring your growth and applauding your success. But others, they will falter. Their smiles will feel forced, their applause slightly delayed. Their words of encouragement will carry a calculated weight, carefully measured to avoid giving too much or saying too little. It's not your success that unsettles them. It's what your success forces them to confront within themselves. Your progress shines a light on their stagnation, their unfulfilled ambitions, their hidden insecurities. They won't admit it, not even to themselves, but deep down, something shifts. Where there was once camaraderie, there is now comparison. Where there was once support, there is discomfort. They won't attack you directly or show outright hostility. That would be too revealing. Instead, they will carry their resentment like a hidden ember, letting it smolder beneath the surface, waiting for the right moment to let the heat escape. You'll notice it in their tone, the subtle edge that wasn't there before. Their interactions with you will change. Conversations will feel strained, their words hesitant, their warmth noticeably absent. You'll sense it, the unspoken resentment, the quiet struggle within them to reconcile their feelings about your success. They won't tell you they're envious. They won't admit it, not to you and not even to themselves. But their energy will betray them, and once you learn to recognize it, you'll see it for what it truly is, a reflection of their own insecurities, cast in the shadow of your light. And then there are those who will seek to discredit you, not with overt attacks or blatant insults, but with whispers and carefully sown doubts. They will cloak their envy in the guise of concern, masking resentment as casual observation. She's doing well, but have you noticed how much she's changed? Or, he's talented, but I've heard he's not quite as great as people say. Their words will rarely carry outright malice. Instead, they plant tiny seeds of uncertainty, nurturing them subtly as they take root in the minds of those around you. They do this not because they despise you openly, but because your success feels like an affront to their limitations. They need to believe your rise is flawed, undeserved, or fleeting, so they create fractures in your reputation, small, deliberate, just enough to make others pause and wonder. The most dangerous among them will not present themselves as adversaries. They will pose as friends, allies, even supporters. They will stand beside you, nodding in agreement, offering encouragement that carries an unseen weight. Their words will seem kind, but leave a sting behind. You've done so well. I just hope it lasts. Or, you're amazing at what you do. But you know, some people think it's not all that special. They'll wrap their resentment in advice. Are you sure you're ready for this? Maybe you should take your time, not aim too high. They won't say these things to protect you. They say them to keep you within reach. They aren't afraid of your failure. They're afraid of your success. Success that places you beyond their ability to compare, beyond their comfort zone. Some will go even further. They will sabotage you, not overtly, but in ways that they can excuse. A missed message at a crucial moment, a delayed opportunity, a forgotten introduction. They will call it an accident, an oversight, but deep down you'll know the truth. Some people would rather see you stumble than admit you're capable of standing tall. You must recognize them before their whispers build walls that hold you back, before their doubts become echoes in your own mind, before their envy seeps into the foundation of your confidence. Because if you're not careful, their resentment will not remain theirs. It will begin to shape you. It will make you hesitate, second-guess, and dim your own brilliance. But their discomfort is not your burden to carry. Their resentment is not your responsibility to fix. You do not owe anyone a smaller version of yourself so they can feel secure in their shadows. You do not have to dim your light to protect their comfort. If your success makes them uneasy, if your growth forces them to confront their own stagnation, that is their struggle, not yours. So move forward, not with bitterness or anger, but with clarity and awareness. Awareness that not all who stand beside you are cheering for your success. Awareness that some hands extended toward you are not there to lift you but to hold you back. Awareness that some people do not wish to see you fail, but they cannot bear to see you succeed too greatly either. Let them watch. Let them whisper. Let them carry their discomfort as you rise, because the weight of their envy will never be enough to pull down those who are determined to ascend. Keep climbing, and let their doubts remain their own. And those who attempt to discredit you will, in time, discredit only themselves. There are people who enter your life with open arms, their smiles warm, and their words laced with admiration. They seem captivated by you, drawn to your presence, eager to be a part of your journey. They listen intently, nod in agreement, and stand close by as though they are invested in your success. At first, you believe their friendship is genuine, that their loyalty runs deep, that you share a common ambition. But over time, something feels off, not immediately, not in obvious ways, but in the subtle gaps between their words and their actions. They celebrate you, but only to a point. They agree with you, but only when it aligns with their interests. They stand by you, but only when it requires no sacrifice on their part. And when the moment comes, when life presses heavy upon you, when you reach out for the support you've freely given to them, you are met with silence, excuses, absences. They are always busy, always unable, always elsewhere when it truly matters, because they were never there for you. They were there for what being near you gave them. Some people do not enter your life to uplift you. They come to observe, to study, to understand what makes you shine so brightly. They are fascinated not by your success itself, but by how you draw others in, how you command respect, how you stand tall despite challenges. They watch you closely, like an artist observing a masterpiece, not to admire, but to replicate. They begin to mirror you, piece by piece, not out of admiration, but out of hunger. These are not seekers of inspiration. They are scavengers of identity. They do not want to discover their own greatness. They want to wear yours. Like a borrowed suit, like a mask, like a counterfeit currency, to purchase the attention they so desperately crave. At first, you may dismiss it. It starts with small things, a phrase they begin to use, a gesture they adopt, an idea they repeat as if it were their own. You tell yourself it's coincidence, but as time passes, the imitation grows undeniable. They do not simply want to be like you, they want to replace you. They envy the admiration you've earned, the respect you command, the presence you've built brick by brick. But they do not want to walk the path you've walked. They do not want to face the struggles, make the sacrifices, or build from the depths of their own being. Instead, they look for shortcuts, and the easiest shortcut to greatness is theft, stealing what they cannot create. But true greatness cannot be stolen. True presence, true authenticity, true influence cannot be mimicked or borrowed. They may copy the way you speak, but they will never have your voice. They may imitate your movements, but they will never possess your soul. Because what sets you apart is not just how you present yourself to the world. It is the life you have lived. It is the lessons you've learned, the pain you've endured, the battles you've fought. It is the scars and the victories, the quiet perseverance, the moments of doubt overcome with courage. No one can take that from you. No one can replicate the essence of who you are. Let them try. Let them mimic, borrow, or disguise. In the end, their counterfeit will crumble under the weight of its own hollowness, and you, with your authenticity intact, will continue to rise, unshaken, unbroken, and irreplaceable. And those who seek to take from you without forging their own path will always remain hollow. At first, their admiration will feel genuine. They will speak of you with reverence, as though you are their guiding star. They will praise your achievements, mimic your ways, and position themselves close enough to bask in the glow of your success. But over time, you will notice a shift. As their imitation grows, so too does their resentment. No matter how closely they follow your steps, no matter how meticulously they mirror your actions, They will always be chasing something beyond their grasp, something they do not truly understand. And with that realization comes bitterness. What was once admiration transforms into critique. They will begin to downplay your achievements, to find fault in the very things they once celebrated. Why? Because if they cannot become you, they must diminish you. It is their way of reconciling the gap between who they are and who they wish to be. They convince themselves and others that you are not as remarkable as you seem, that your success is circumstantial, fleeting, or undeserved. You may wonder why some people cannot simply find their own path, why they feel threatened by your success instead of inspired by it. The truth lies in their own self-doubt. They do not believe in their own potential, in their own ability to create something meaningful. They fear their voice is not enough, so they latch onto others, hoping proximity to greatness will somehow transform them. But greatness is not something that can be borrowed or imitated. It is not a cloak you can slip into. It must be earned step by step through authenticity, struggle, and perseverance. Do not mistake these people for friends. Do not confuse their early admiration for loyalty. True allies do not need to copy you. They walk beside you, not in your shadow. True supporters do not compete with you. They are secure enough in their own journey to celebrate yours. Pay attention. Observe who lifts you up and who simply stands near you to benefit from your light. Watch who remains when you have nothing to offer, and who fades the moment your usefulness to them ends. The ones who truly belong in your life will not disappear when the spotlight dims. They will stand by you in the dark. Those who seek to replace you, however, were never meant to walk this path with you. Trust in the authenticity of your journey. Trust in the uniqueness of your voice. Let them imitate, let them watch, let them try to grasp what they can never fully understand. Because at the end of it all, those who build their identity on imitation will always fade. Only those who are grounded in truth will endure. Not everyone who smiles at you wishes you well. The world is filled with actors. Some perform out of love, some for admiration, and others for deception. But now you know. Now you have seen the signs. Now you will not be caught unaware. Recognize envy, recognize falsehood. Above all, choose your company wisely, because in the end, the greatest betrayal is not the knife in the back. It is the hand you once held in trust. Be vigilant, be wise, and never let the envious steal your light. If you found value in this video, hit the like button. Your support helps us grow and reach more people like you. Be sure to subscribe for daily content and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. We've also recommended another video on your screen. Watch that next. And as always, we'll see you back here tomorrow.